Ambtelik wat kan aangaan. As jy dit deze hier op doen. So ek is ook vir enige voorstellen. Moet enige hulp. Ek sal graag dit ook Cornelius Johannes op die naam geplaas word so dat julle kan help as baie by is. Maar ek wil meer ernstig nou net sê, dat ons oupa, Diederick Cornelius Johannes Otto, was landros, een magistraat, was in die gerecht geweest en hy het ook laat in had as hy dan ook een probleem gehad, ek dink hy was 'n drankverslaafde, dieselfde as die Otto, dus het hier die vene gekom en dit was regtig 'n probleem geweest. Maar hy gebid en hy het ook gesê, Here, my seuns, as jy my gaan help van my seuns, gaan ek hulle toewy aan U. En dis waar die naam my pa was, dat Benjamin Otto. Met die Bybelse naam van Benjamin Otto. En later sal Vincent seker vra, sy pa was Justice Otto. Dis waar die naam moet dan vandaan kom, maar geregtigheid Justice Otto. En die twee broers, het dan in die bediening uitgegaan. En ek wil net praat nie oor die verlede, ek wil praat oor die toekoms. Want Justice Otto het gegaan Canada. En onder hulle bediening is daar baie kerke gestig, Jamaica. Ek weet nie wat daar langer nog. Dit Vincent van die Meg sal ons een keer meer aan gesê. Ja, maar verskeie kerke. So die Otto, dit aan die Meg vandaan gebid het, is baie belangrik gebid. En ek wil nie sê, I am blessed nie, of be blessed nie. Ons is geseëndes van die Here. Almal van Diederick Cornelius Johannes Otto is geseënd van die Here. En ek wil vanaand vir ook net sê dat my vader ook was dan Benjamin Otto. Hy was in die bediening al die jare en hy het, as ek iets van hom net kan sê, net soos hulle evangelie uitgedra na Canada toe, het hulle oor Suid-Afrika en Suid-West-Afrika het hulle die evangelie uitgedra. Hy was dan ook die hoof van die Christelike Spoorwegunie, destyds onder die Suid-Afrikaanse Spoorweg en Havens. En dis vir my dan 'n baie groot voorreg om te kan sê dat ek afstammeling is van Benjamin Otto. En as ek net kan sê ook van my kant af, van ons kant af kinders, is daar 6 gebore vir Benjamin Otto. Waarvan 4 nog lewe. As hulle die boek sal kyk daaroor, ons het 'n broer verloor, Justice Otto. My maand, dis eintlik, ons het vanavond oor gepraat, ons buite gesels het. My maand, 1965, is hy oorlede, en op dieselfde dag is my vader oorlede, 20 of 28 jaar aan dag, 28 jaar, precies op dieselfde dag, oorlede en begrawe. Dat my suster wat oorlede is, op tragiese wyse, dat ons die dag ook nog nie, en ek antwoord voor het nie, en dan die ander 4 lewe nog, waarvan dat hier ons geseën het met kinders, kleinkinders, en ek is net trots om deel te wees van die Otto familie en almal wat vanaand hier is, dat ek net sê sterkte en mag julle geseën wees.
Dan, na Benjamin het Justice gekom en hy was die jongste seun geweest en dis Wins se pa en Wins gaan gou praat oor Justice se kind.
You guys have heard a lot about the family tonight, so I'll keep it short and sweet. I was glad to see Oubaas and Dick. That's a great pleasure for me. My dad went, because of the church as a minister, to Canada, and by whatever measure you want to measure it, he was quite successful in what he did. Because one of the things he did was he put, whatever he chose to do, he put 100% into it. And I think that's, could be, you know, one of the traits that we have. We are a stubborn bunch, and if you knew my dad, wacht op het praten, en wacht nou. Ik heb mij ook een beetje Frans. Dan moet je maar luisteren. But he was very compassionate, and he was very passionate about what he did. And literally, he would be on vacation, but he would then also be doing his job. You know, he would always be looking for some form of investment. How can I make some extra money? And how he could start a new church somewhere. Mix those two. And I'll just tell a quick story. My dad had an option on buying some property. He was quite gifted in that. And he always said, he'd go to his church boards and say, here I see an opportunity for the church to make an investment. Do you want to take it, yes or no? And if they did not take it, then he'd take advantage of it. So it altijd God eerste gezet. And so I'm very happy to have that heritage. And we have now a completely Canadian. Mensen kan niet verstaan of ik Afrikaans praat, maar met Amerikaanse Engelse accent in. But I think the fact that I went there got me always thinking about home. It's the strangest thing that happens to you, that in your mind, home is always South Africa. And I left here when I was 10 years old. People have a center of gravity. Somewhere you just kind of know where the center of your world is. And you're never quite at home in Canada. I sometimes look up, I often say that and I say, oh, these are South African clouds today. So that's, I think, the reason why I started doing this, because of our separation to Canada. And we have been a close family, but you know, we do have tough, strong personalities, and that's often a bad combination. And so there's something that I think we can learn, is that put our personalities aside and take the value of family, and don't win the argument, but win the war. You know, in the end, we're stronger together. And I am absolutely delighted that you were here. And I just said this to Oubaas and also to Dick, that if our fathers were here today, they would be, and of course they take over. Dat is een wissel. En als we zeggen, sit still, onze wissel. But they would absolutely be overjoyed at this, because number one, after God for them, was family.
My pa was Leonard Otto geweest. Ek het daarom gesien daar in party van die voorgeslagte word sy naam so paar keer genoem. Ja, Gottenberg, our English-speaking family, let me switch to English, because in South Africa, everybody can speak English these days. Anyway, so he was the eldest of the brothers, and I'm his eldest son, and I've got a brother, Philip. Philip, as far as the Otto name is concerned, is also finished. He also only has 2 daughters. And that's the end of the line there. I'm very fortunate that I've got 2 sons. My eldest one is Leonard, probably the tallest potter around.
But he's always fun.
And my other son, who's 6'6", he's 6'11" 3/4.
Oh my God.
And my other son is probably the second tallest Otto around me because he's about 6'6". So anyway, so that's one of the things which is probably not quite characteristic of the Otters. If I look at the old photographs, they were most of the older ones were fairly short. We've got a daughter as well, Marika. Spelling of her name is Marieka. Comes from Maria, Leonard, Katarina, my wife's name, which we didn't want to repeat again because it's long. And I've noticed that that's another thing. I think there's quite a few, we just call her Marika for short. I've also noticed that there's quite a few Marikas elsewhere in the Otto family. To just come back to my theme about the characteristics of the Otters. One of the things of the males are, I thought I wanted to say they were intelligent. But I wasn't sure. I think they had good instincts and they met intelligent women, married intelligent women. Aside from being difficult people, Otto men can be extremely charming. Oh, yeah. There's no they can be really charming. And that's the only reason why they're able to get these very difficult women as well. Okay. So I think, yeah, those are, there's one other thing that I also want to say about the Ottos. If you look through the history, and that is that they married early and frequently. Wherever they could, they had children. I want to say to Vince and Anita, coming so far from Canada, taking an initiative to organize all of this, I want to say anyway, and I would say go out and enjoy your lives.